It's crazy how our world used to look like this. And now we're turning it into this. Scientists confirmed we have 3 years left. What if I told you we are causing the end of humanity? Yes, that's right. Human activities are causing the end of the world. And if we keep up our actions, our lives and lives for future generations will never be the same. Hi, I'm Taye, a young artist here to spread awareness and make a change by sharing important topics that need to be discussed on this very YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing this through my art and commentary. My goal for this channel is to accomplish my 3 I's I have created: to inform, impact, and inspire through my creativity, art, commentary, opinions, voice, and personality. If you want to see up-and-coming content, subscribe. I'll be covering a variety of different important topics in the near future that will hopefully raise awareness of vital issues and bring the light to significant questions. Alright, now on to the real video. A lot of people might think, oh, I know what global warming is. It's when the earth is warming due to pollution, sea levels rise because of it, and it hurts the climate. Technically, that's a correct answer. Technically. But our actions and behaviors cause way more than just ice caps to melt, sea levels to rise, wildfires, and warmer weather. We also have to think about how our activities actually lead to a ripple effect, or domino effect, if you want to say that too. By us polluting our planet, we make Earth warm up since the greenhouse gases we emit trap all the heat in the atmosphere. Then the domino effect comes into play. The more greenhouse gases we emit, the hotter the planet is. Increased humidity and temperature causes diseases to grow and spread. This includes Lyme disease and even malaria, both very deadly diseases. These warmer temperatures also make rapid, inconsistent, and strange weather changes that animals aren't used to. This causes them to get sick and, in most cases, die. This further messes up the food chains across the globe. These weather changes don't only affect animals, but humans as well. We can get extremely sick since our bodies aren't used to the weather going from cold to warm, rainy to sunny, and etc. so quickly. Disease outbreaks among fruit and vegetables will become more rapid and bigger due to warmer weather as well. This causes the fruit to die more quickly, causes people to get very sick, and also makes the prices of fruit raise, while the amount of fruit available to people to decline. A known fact is that warmer weather causes more droughts. This causes the crops that we need to die out, which further goes into food scarcity. Coastal communities are endangered because ice caps melt from the hotter climate. Melting ice caps also cause polar bears to die. Heat waves will be more persistent and stronger. Water resources will decline from drought. Food webs weaken, and even a bunch of animals discovered and not discovered will become extinct. Storms are and will get more frequent and become more violent, causing destruction to houses and possible deaths of people and animals. And then there's so much more to this ripple effect that just pollution and human activities cause. To the point it's nearly impossible to put all of it in this video. And some of the effects are not even brought up or even discovered. Imagine all the horrible things we're doing to ourselves and to the animals and the environment around us that we're just not aware of. You get it. Overall, our actions cause biodiversity extinction, extreme health issues, food and water scarcity, and overall our whole world to fall apart every step at a time. One thing we do leads into another, and then another, making the problem bigger every time. We should continue to think about global warming this way because it affects everything across the world, and affects things we don't even know about yet. If we think about it in a way like, oh, it just warms the planet and causes a few things here and there, it makes the power of what global warming can do to our lives so much smaller, when it isn't. With that out of the way, let's dive into how we cause these problems and what we can do to stop them. It is way more than just saying to stop pollution. Alright, let's look at the main causes of global warming. Greenhouse gas emissions. Pretty obvious, right? Well, this topic has a lot more under it. We'll uncover that later. Number 2, stripping away vegetation from the planet and also not committing to forestry. And lastly, consumption, overconsumption. Many people have covered this already. However, this is so important that I have to bring it up in this video. Okay, it's time to talk about greenhouse gases. There are many things and parts that contribute to greenhouse gases, so I cannot stress enough to do your own research and uncover even more about this. In this part of the video, we will be focusing on some major ones I have gathered by my research. First is generating power. The majority of electricity is made by burning fossil fuels. An easy way to lower your electricity use and emissions is by turning off the lights when not in use. Along with this, you can turn off electronic devices and small equipment when not in use as well. Another way to cut back on our emissions from electricity is by switching to renewable energy, like wind or solar. These sources of power use little to no fossil fuels and little to no water to create electricity. Solar panels, small wind turbines, and geothermal heat pumps can be installed in homes if you don't have them already. This can be used to cut back our non-renewable energy use. Along with this, be mindful with air conditioning. Only heating and cooling rooms that you spend the most time in and not overusing air conditioning helps. Or switch to energy-efficient heating. Filling the washing machine before starting a cycle and hanging clothes to dry instead of using the dryer frequently also helps. The 2 other topics I am about to go over also tie into greenhouse gases, so let's dive into those. Stopping deforestation and restoring a green planet is a crucial way to stop global warming. If you didn't know already, forests and vegetation suck in carbon dioxide and in return let out oxygen. Trees can also cut back the danger of floods and water pollution. This is because they slow down runoff, absorb water, and their leaf canopies even help prevent erosion from rainfall. So, the more trees and plants we have, the more carbon and pollution gets sucked up and taken out of the atmosphere. And if you didn't know, contributing to ecosystem restoration means you're standing with and helping indigenous people. Their ancestral lands are being destroyed by corporations and businesses for mining, farming, and etc. Indigenous communities are known for helping preserve forests. Our best chance at saving trees is starting to treat them like they do. Number 1, we can reduce the demand for products that require the use of trees and forests. This includes eating less beef. The Amazon rainforest and many other forests are being burnt or cut down to make space for factory farms that produce meat. We can also reduce the demand by cutting down on our use of paper towels and paper-based products and replacing them with more cloth-based products. We can also buy recycled papered products and even recycle paper products ourselves. You can also reduce your junk mail. The more junk mail we get means the more trees that get cut down to create the mail. And there are many more ways to reduce the need for tree-made materials, so make sure to do your research. Number 2 to solving this problem is planting trees and encouraging others to do the same. You can plant trees in your backyard if you have one, encourage your friends to plant trees, create a garden in your front yard or backyard, and encourage your community to plant trees and plants. You can also support websites and businesses that are working towards reforestation. And one of the most important, urge your local government to plant more trees and commit to forestry. You can even go to higher levels of government after that.
I just organized everything so first.
Alright, let's talk about overconsumption. The, as so you could say, disease has been spreading all over the internet and even is TikTok's best friend. Our mass consumerism is destroying our planet. A quick dopamine session is definitely not worth more than making sure our Earth stays healthy, colorful, and non-toxic. Let's see how we can fix these habits. First off, spending less time on social media. Influencers are everywhere on the internet, convincing you to buy what they have and encouraging you to buy more and more. Cutting down on screen time can help you from being tempted into overconsumption. Along with this, thrift more and try transforming your old clothes into new ones. This helps decline the amount of waste coming from fast fashion companies. Next, reduce food waste and meat consumption. As of 2025, the world wastes more than 2.5 billion tons of food every year. America throws away almost 60 million tons of food, 120 billion pounds every year. Now, some people might be thinking, oh, why is food waste bad? Most of it just decomposes into the ground anyway, and that helps the soil. No, absolutely not. And I'll walk you through why you're wrong. Food waste is responsible for 1/3 of human-created greenhouse emissions. All this food we are wasting uses high amounts of land, water, energy, and etc. to be made, which causes pollution. Also, when the food waste in landfills decomposes, it releases methane. The production of the food also uses a bunch of chemicals like pesticides and fertilizers. This pollutes our water, infects seafood that we eat, and also kills sea animals. To add on, it's known that people love burgers, burritos, anything with beef or meat. However, beef production has very high greenhouse gas emissions. The meat industry is one of the biggest polluters since the manure from these animals decomposes and turns into pollution. Livestock, mainly cows, also release methane from belching or burping. Since the demand for meat is so high, there is a high amount of livestock which further pollutes our planet. So, how can we fix this? Easy, there are many answers. Number 1 is don't misinterpret expiration labels. Many people get best if used by, sell by, and etc. mixed up, which causes more food to be thrown away when it's in perfect condition. Another way is composting food scraps. This keeps a lot of good food out of landfills. Plus, it helps make nutrient-rich soil. Soil absorbs carbon, so the richer the soil, the less carbon in the air. Number 3, donate food to food pantries and deliver/give leftovers to those you think need it. Number 4, when eating out, ask about the portion sizes or keep the portion sizes in the back of your head. If you know you won't eat all of a bigger size in one sitting as for a smaller portion, you can share with someone sitting next to you, save it for later, or even give it to somebody else later. This makes sure less food ends up in trash cans. Number 5, plan and keep in mind the meals you will eat in a week or a couple weeks, and write a list of it. Making a grocery list with slow and careful reasoning and setting a budget for food and other items will help you spend less and waste less. Number 6, eat less meat. There are many plant options that taste like meat, but going full vegetarian isn't realistic for most people. However, we should all cut down on our meat intake and the amount of milk-based products we use, like cheese, butter, milk, etc. And we can replace them with more plant-based options and more meat-unfocused meals. Not only can this make sure we open our eyes to a variety of different food options, but it also lowers emissions and it's healthy for our bodies. Alright guys, here's the final artwork. It's supposed to represent Mother Nature and a healthy side of Mother Nature and Earth, and then the bad, unhealthy side that global warming is causing. If you zoom in and look closely, you can see flowers are my version of Mother Nature's dress. On the healthy side, you can see healthy blooming flowers that are colorful, and on the other side, you can see flowers that are rotting and they're wilting and their colors are fading away. This is supposed to show how nature is dying because of our actions. You can also see on the bad side that she's crying and she's almost submerged into water. This is supposed to show how the ice caps have melted and it's causing the sea levels to rise very high and causing a bunch of islands and places to flood and become submerged in water. I'm pretty sure there are many clear differences, but I'll still go over a few. To start off, I made it so Mother Nature's hair is 3 parts. The first part of her hair, as you can see, is made up of grass, vines, leaves, and that stuff. The second part of her hair is made up of water, waves, and oceans. And the last part is made of clouds, as you can see by her arms and hands. On the other side, we can see the grass part of her hair is wilting, it's turning brown, and it's dying. And the water and cloud parts of her hair are brown and darker than the other side, showing they're polluted. There are ice caps on the good side, while on the bad side, there's just a bunch of water and there's no ice caps, showing that it got so hot all the ice caps melted completely. You can also see a bunch of different forms of pollution on the bad side as well. This includes the cows, like we covered earlier, the cars, there's cities and buildings that are polluting. On the good side, we don't see any black smoke or pollution coming from anything. We see wind turbines, cars without pollution, and you can see little to no cows. On the bad side, we can see that Mother Nature is burning, which shows that it's so dry and hot that there's a bunch of wildfires and drought. On the good side, there is no fire, burns, or marks. As you can see here, Mother Nature's dress also leads into the land below. I thought that was a cool detail I added because it shows how everything is really connected. The 2 parts of the drawing are split with the sun and moon. This shows that if we do everything right, our future will look brighter. However, if we keep going down our path of actions, our future is going to look very dark and gloomy and scary. The earth on the bad side is showed with really dark color. There's fire surrounding it, and it's melting so much that you can see its core. This is an over-exaggeration of how hot the Earth is getting. On the good side, you can see that Earth is nice and healthy, it's colorful, it's not melting, and it looks normal. What are some other details that you notice? Put them in the comments below. Thanks so much for sticking to the end of the video. It is true scientists say we have 3 years to limit temperature rises to 1.5 Celsius. So, we do have to act quickly and with purpose. The things I have listed in this video, protesting, and so much more should be inserted into our lives so we can make a difference. Even if we don't limit warming in 3 years, let's not throw this problem in the dust. We have to adjust our lives to be more sustainable and continue to fight for a greener planet. It's never too late to make a change, and every step helps the future look brighter. Please interact with this video by commenting, liking, and sharing. It will help spread the word to others. If you want to see me cover more social issues, or if you just want to see more of my art, subscribe. And lastly, if we want our Earth to look like this, and not look like this, we must do this.